My name is Robert Baxter, and I am a pop star. That means that I love to mime my songs in front of the camera. um, I have been writing for music for 10 years and releasing for 8. I grew up in Shepparton, Yorta Yorta country, and I am queer, and I'm a person of color. But what made life the hardest was that my dream was to make music for a living. Teachers at school said, choose a real job. And I didn't see anyone in music industry who represented me, but when I moved to beautiful now Melbourne, I decided I would represent myself and my community. I worked 3 jobs and then would shoot a music video on my one day off, and somehow I sold out my first headline show. And when I say sold out, it might sound like I made money, but no, that just means the gig broke even. This is a common theme in the music industry. Until January this year, I was completely self-managed and I had no team. I was on my own. I learned to live on less so that I could keep pouring all my money into my music. I would send hundreds of emails begging for someone to give me a chance, put my song on the radio or book me for a gig. I taught myself to be a manager, a booking agent, a publicist, a marketing team, a content creator. I got shingles from the stress because I care so much. I would be praised for my work ethic, but I had no other choice. In some ways, it's even a privilege that I was able to work my ass off, because if I wasn't capable of that, I wouldn't be talking to you today. I did not have rich parents or connections in the music industry, or honestly the time to be an artist, but I persisted. There is no clear path, everything is a risk. Without a shortcut, you have to put years and years of work behind you before you can even consider making a career as an artist and making a living. I have never received a grant in my whole life. I released my debut EP and I spent 20K on it. In what other job do you need to front so much of your own money to fund the work? Do you know how hard I had to believe in myself to invest that much of my worth into it? And that is a normal story in the music industry. Jump to today, things have gotten a bit bigger, I've grown, I've played hundreds of gigs at venues all around Melbourne and Australia, I'm a full-time artist, I had a viral song, my 3rd EP comes out in September, I'm about to play Beyond the Valley and Wildlands. Thank you. Recently, I supported a giant act at an arena, and that sounds like I'd make money, right? No. The fee of that gig is less than the cost of one good sound engineer. In order to give a show worthy of an arena, I have to spend more than I earn. I've just been booked for one of my dream support slots, a massive international artist 8-stop tour, and surely I'd make money off that. But no. Partially it's because support acts are underpaid, but also I was only told last week, and it starts in 6 weeks, and there are no quick response grants for me to apply to. I have to front thousands for booking flights this week. I'll make sacrifices on who travels with me and go alone, and I'll couch surf so that I don't make a loss. Wouldn't you love a rising Victorian artist to be able to give their absolute best performance when opening for an international star? Wouldn't you love to have all of our incredible diverse voices highlighted at every level, not just the ones who can afford to intern for free or fund their own artist project? Wouldn't you love it if Victorian music careers could flourish here instead of us losing so many talented people in the industry to Sydney or LA? I don't want to move. I love it here. So don't make me move. When people move, we're not only losing the creatives, but we also lose the culture and the pride that Victorians could have in our music. I'm building my reputation with these shows, proving I deserve a spot on international stages and putting another Victorian artist on the map. And in order to do that, I have to dip into my savings. People outside of the music industry keep saying to me, it looks like you've made it, whereas everybody here knows how normal it is for me to be putting my own money on the line to keep going. I knew I was going to force my way to this point, but if I had support, I could have got here so much faster. It's not like the movies. I don't stay in 5-star hotels. I don't do drugs. I can't afford that. I buy food and pay bills and put every additional cent into music. What other career do you have to spend your whole life training yourself to do something that other people cannot do, to be able to perform in a way that captivates an audience, that touches their heart, that makes them feel something, and then you don't earn a livable wage? As a musician, I'm a business owner, I'm an inventor, I'm an athlete, I'm a storyteller. I constantly create original Victorian music. We need more value placed on Victorian artists and Victorian music, more paid opportunities and grants, more training and understanding of career pathways at every level, specific opportunities for people from regional areas, low-income households, or underrepresented communities, less gatekeeping, and more safety. And so when people ask, if I was trying to build a career in Victorian music today, what would I do? The answer is, I'm still building it now. I'm an optimist at heart and I hate to complain, so I try not to think about things I can't change. But looking at all the influence we have in this room, we really could make a change. I want to look back on this moment in 5 years and say I grew with the help of and not in spite of my surroundings. Help us inspire the next generation of Victorian artists to really make it in Victoria. Help us highlight the incredible diverse voices we have here creating original Victorian music. Help us create more Victorian artists that can sell out stadiums. Me and my peers are here and we're ready. Thank you.